Hey guys, welcome back to Bury the Hatchet. We've got a packed episode for today. We've got Runcorn Town, who are second in the league. We're then playing Avro to finish out with the end of season review, and we've got some stuff to catch up on as well. So starting with the board takeover, didn't happen. They obviously didn't pay Chris enough money, which fine by me. But Chris did have to put 65k into the business, or the club. So it is a business, so we now have a positive bank balance. That's going to go down very quickly. So other things that have happened, we've signed 2 new players. We've got Vasilo, who's a striker, joined us maybe a month ago or so. He is really good. Since he's joined, he's played 6 games. He's got 5 goals, 1 assist, and 1 player of the match as well. 7.47 average rating. He is amazing. We've talked about Lancaster before. We've also now got Hatchet, who is our potential replacement for Hunt. Hatchet has played well. He's had 6 appearances, 6.95 average rating. When we compare him with John Hunt, you see that Hunt is obviously a fairly much better player, but there is quite an age difference between them. And in that ball-playing defender role, you can see that in some areas, actually Hatchet is in some ways an upgrade. In other ways, not so good, particularly within the mentals. But give him 15, 14 years. I'm sure he'll be far better than Hunt. If he's still with us in 15 years, fantastic. I very much doubt he will be. Since you were last here, we have played 8 games, something stupid amount of games. Anyway, we took on Hoka OB, won that 3-0. Chippendale, Williams, Moncrief, usual goal scorers. Then went against Main Road, and I believe this was Elliot Vasalo's first appearance for us, and he got a goal in the first 10 minutes. So he was off to a cracking start. Came on Moncrief scoring 2, Liam McDavitt scoring the 4th one. Defensively, lots of questions. Then went against Warrington Rylands at home, won that 6-0. Again, Vasilo on the score sheet, came on Moncrief on the score sheet, actually scoring a penalty there in the 72nd minute. We then had Whitchurch, where we drew 1-1. Vasilo getting the only goal for us, a kind of late goal to save the draw, save the points. Then went up against Burskov again, 2-1 victory. Edson Prata scoring in the 95th minute. A very, very late winner there. Then Longbridge away, we won 7-1. I don't know what else I can say about that. We scored a lot of goals. Then against Earlham, our last match, 4-2. Again, Moncrief and Vasilo, those 2 up front now are ploughing goals into the back of the net. So on the league table front, we have a game, or Runcorn Town have a game in hand on us. But if we draw today's game against them, we win the league. If we lose, it's we have to win the next 2 games. If we win today, we win the league. So today's game against Runcorn Town is very important. So let's stop beating around the bush. Let's just get into it. Really important game today. And in terms of how we are going to line up, it's pretty much same as usual. We do have Hatchet in for Hunt instead. Will Lancaster, one of the new guys, he's starting as well. And Vasilo in there as well. So, I don't want to put too much pressure on the boys. Let's just go with if you carry on how you played last time, will be great. So yes, here we go. a very important game for us today. I wouldn't be happy with the draw, but we'd win, so I'd celebrate. I just want us to get the point, for us to win here. If we get it, we get promoted. We're going up. If we do lose, however, we do have to play extremely well in the next 2 games. But I can take some comfort in knowing that Runcorn have to play Vauxhall, as one of their last game is against Vauxhall, and Vauxhall potentially might be in a position to challenge them for first / for second, third place. So hopefully, if we can do it today, Vauxhall will help us out and do it for us. But they come out on the attack here. Corey get through to Molyneux, who lumps it up to Grouse, who takes a shot and it's wide. Thankfully, they can't finish. We are playing very equally right now. They have a slightly better average rating, but we have all the possession. We're just not doing anything. Like I said, I'll be fine with the draw. It's not the end of the world. However, what is concerning there is I've only got 1 defender. But Jebson King gets back, but you can't do anything about it. Oh, not quite how I was hoping this would go. Nathan Valentine's actually injured. We're going to take him off for Jenkinson. Now we have a throw in. Whitehead to throw it to, I don't know, Chippendale. Do it. Oh, Chippendale hits the post. I no idea what was going to happen then. That was a bit oof. So anyway, Vassalo to Chippendale. Chippendale gets tackled quite too easily. Molyneux bringing it forward for Runcorn. Pass it through to Grouse, who slides it past the keeper. Oh, wow. Look, right. We can come back from this. Moncrief with the ball. Whitehead out to Lancaster. Back to Whitehead. And Lancaster, no he's not, Jenkinson is going to chip it in. Vassalo is going to head it down into the back of the net. And the comeback begins, hopefully. That was quite a nice goal, actually. I did think potentially he was going to be offside, but assistant referee says fine, so it's fine. We don't have to watch the replay twice. They are doing much better than us. It's kind of scary. And what was that clearance straight out to their midfield? They are going at it today. So, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go slightly shorter with our passing, just to try and keep possession, because they're playing a direct game, so we want to kind of stop them. Anyway, Vassalo takes a shot. It's blocked by Stevenson. They are doing a throw-in, which still in their possession. They've got Hart, Molyneux. Ed gets fingertips to it and puts it over the crossbar. So Hart with the corner. Huddock heads it out, which he hasn't even got that good of a heading, to be fair. I think it's like 5. And now they have a free kick. And that was a nice little header from them. That was Curry. He got that in far too easily. We're not doing very well defensively today. We have to bloody hell. We have to do a hell of a lot better than that. We're going to distribute to centre backs and full backs and not the flanks. So, half time, 3-1, very busy. I was really hoping that was going to go so differently. I was actually expecting a very tight game, but for it to actually finish 0-0, that was kind of my expectation. That's clearly not how this is going to go. They are 7 points behind us, so if we can get a win in the next game, I guess that's how we seal our title. And oh, grouse, this is not pretty. 4-1. We have to do something. Chippendale is awful. Let's bring on Prata. I can take Jebson King off because I got no one to replace him. I'm with David as well. You know what? I think that'll be enough. Vassalo with the ball out to Lancaster, who lumps it up, intercepted. Gilroy picks it up. Lancaster again, and it's just too much on it, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. We still have 25 minutes. It's still doable. We can still score 3. Prata back to Ed, who really, again, the clearances from Ed today, they're just not doing it. They're crap. They're coming down the wing, crosses it in, Molyneux with a header. Ed gets the fingertips to it, and Hudder clears it. I'd love to say that this was all down to Hudder, but it really isn't. He's actually doing fairly well. Ed goes through the goal. Hudder's on a 6.6. Molyneux with a header there. Prata to Whitehead. Out to Hudder. Can he get an assist here? Because no. He just gets tackled. So Molyneux again bringing the ball forward. Can he feed through to Grouse? He takes the shot and he goes over. This not how this game should have gone at all. Let's be honest. I think the nerves have got to the players here. They're buckling under the pressure, but we got, I think, the final chance to score a consolation goal. Bassalo hits the woodwork. I think with that it's probably all over. Yeah. There we go. We had 60% of that possession. It was a very tight game in terms of expected goals. We should have at least got maybe 4-3, 3-2. But no, I'm not pleased with that. That was the game that would have sealed the league, the title. That would have been ours. I do not want another FA Vase repeat. I wouldn't be able to cope going through the playoffs. Couldn't do it. So we have to do the business in our next game. So it all comes down to this. We did play another game previously. Not going to tell you how things went, whether you may already have spotted it, but we'll see. And there you go. Actually, you can tell we're not going to the playoffs because we've already won the league. Our last match, we smashed it out of the park. So yeah, we're actually through. I was just teasing. I was going to try and do this whole little build-up thingy. Didn't work. So yeah. Anyway, this match doesn't really mean anything except just for points, really. Ed with a nice easy save there. So yes, now turning our sights to next season already. We need to sign better players. in quite a few areas of the pitch. So I'm going to have a very busy summer. Obviously my contract is not up for renewal, but lots of the players are. People like Whitehead, I think even Lancaster is only on a couple of months left on his deal. Moncrief needs a new contract. McDavitt, Chippendale, Prater, basically near enough the entire team. So it's either we keep what we've got and hope it works for us, or we potentially rebuild near enough in every single position. Obviously I want to keep Ed. I think I've already signed Ed on a new contract anyway actually. But Isherwood will need a new contract as well. We've also got our youth intake already. That's been and gone. Nothing really worth discussing. We had one relatively okay player, but he's probably never going to make it to the first team because we're just at that level where youth intake's basically useless. So yeah, we're coming forward now. Prater with the ball to Vassallo, didn't really do anything. Lancaster picks up, puts it into Gilboy, who spots Valentine, who's on a yellow card. Lancaster through to Vassallo, out to Jefferson King, and Canny. On the last game of the season, Jefferson King scores his first goal for the club this season. Anyway, it was actually a pretty good goal for a wing back. Just slips it past the keeper. I mean, he probably could have done a lot better, their keeper, but not gonna complain about a goal. Just to round off a very good performance this season, and it does look like Runcorn Town are beating Vauxhall 3-0. So even if it did come down to this very last match, I mean, if we lost this and we'd lost the previous one, we would have been in the playoffs. Yeah, Runcorn Town would have run away with it. But we don't need to talk about that anymore because we have been promoted. We have done what we need to do. We've got our next year's wage budget. We've got the transfer budget, which is literally just the money we have now. So, yeah. So I guess the next bit is the end of season review. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So end of season review came before the first match of the playoffs. So we'll do this and then we'll find out who gets promoted with us, and then that will be it for season 2. So yeah, here's our new arrivals. Jack Williams was chosen as the signing of the season. Interesting. It's not who I would have picked. But okay, alright. He's done pretty well. He is one of the very young signings. He's not amazing, but look at that determination. He might be featuring for us and on the sub bench a bit more next season. Blake Drury also came in this season. Yeah, not the best signing. Will Lancaster and Elliot Vassallo up there with the average ratings. Obviously, they came in pretty late into the season, but yeah, they've made an impact. Vassallo 7 goals, 2 assists. Will Lancaster 1 goal, 5 assists. Jack Williams 7 goals, 9 assists. Yeah. Obviously Harry Huddart as well only came in like 2 months ago. So again, really new signing. Edson Prater from Harrogate. He wasn't quite the signing we thought he was gonna be, but he did chip in with his goals and assists. And Jefferson King, actually, 10 assists. That's quite a lot for a wing back. Well, he's a full back, but he plays in wing back. And I give him a lot of stick. So yeah. Anyway, season 2, remember, except for the FA base. So we won the league, great. We were 6 points clear in the end. Quite a turbulent season at times. Quite a lot of draws in there. We need to sort that out. Lots of goals scored against us. Again, something we really need to work on. League Cup. Not going to talk about it. And FA Bays. Let's not talk about it. So, moments to remember. Our biggest win, 7-1 against Longbridge. We're not going to talk about the FA Bays. And goal of the season was Gilboy in the 86th minute. Can we watch this one, please? Can we please watch the goals? I think that if this is the one I'm thinking of, I'm glad it was picked. If not, I'm going to be a little bit upset. So 80 is 86th minute. So fingers crossed. This is the one that Gilboy fires in from like halfway down the pitch or something ridiculous. So yeah, Moncrief through to Gilboy. It is this one. Bangs it in the top right. Oh, I'm so glad that was picked as goal of the season, because that was my goal of the season. Fantastic goal. If he did that every week, I would give him as much money as he wanted. Yeah, so finances, sponsorship hasn't done anything. Broadcast revenue. Alright. Finances have actually taken a little bit of a dip overall this season, which is not great, doesn't bode well for the future. Fingers crossed we can turn it around next season. In terms of how we lined up this season, this should really come as no surprise. Although there are some surprises. So we played this 4-3-3 formation. Jebson King, Hunt, Whitehead, Valentine, the defensive line, Ed in goal. Gilboy as defensive line playmaker or defensive midfielder, either one of those. Gilboy and Taylor, Healy and Taylor are the midfielders chosen. That's going to be different next season. Chippendale and McDavitt on the inside forwards, and Moncrief up front. We rotated a lot, and there's going to be just as much rotation next season. Possibly even a complete change of formation as well. So in terms of the awards, Cameron Moncrief was player of the season, also the young player of the season. Signing of the season we've covered. Goal of the season, Cameron Moncrief scoring 54 goals this season. Liam McDavitt with 19 assists. Moncrief getting 16 player of the matches, 7.5 average rating. Will Lancaster with 54 passes in 90 minutes. Again, that's not over the whole season. But that's still pretty good. This is making it very difficult not for me to give Moncrief a contract next season. No competition awards. And yeah, we broke a lot of records. Moncrief breaking how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records. Goals in a match, goals in a season, goals by a player in a league match, man of the matches, so record breaking amount of them. John Hunt's getting 8 yellow cards this season. Ouch. Chippendale made 84 appearances. Ouch. That's a lot of football to play. At 29 years old as well. That is a lot. Jack Williams actually became our youngest player at 18 years and 77 days. So that's good. And Arthur scoring the fastest goal in 1 minute and 12 seconds. And yeah, Jack Williams also being the youngest goal scorer as well. So that's great. So yeah, all in all, relatively good season. Vauxhall Motors, who win the playoffs and get promoted, up alongside us. So yeah, at the end of that long episode, I will see you tomorrow for the season 3 first episode. We will go through any transfers we make, updates on things like player contracts and board takeover, if that's going to happen, and anything else that happens in between, because it seems really busy. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys.